Insta Live. Welcome back in Dhanguard live session. This is Megha Shrivastava. I welcome you all today in our live session. And as you all guys know, we discuss about credit cards and motor insurance earlier in our video. So today, I'm going to discuss why somehow people's credit card get denied. What are the reasons behind that? You must be wondering some way if you got rejected in any chance. You must be wondering what are the factors behind it, why people got rejected, why credit card applications got denied, and the various factors behind it. So one by one, I'm going to discuss what are the factors behind it, and from the least applicable to the most prominent factors why someone's getting denied for their credit card when they apply for their second or third credit card. So we will going to discuss from the most least factors to the most prominent ones. Why someone get denied for their credit card and what are the factors behind it. So the very first and the very least factor, your office location, where your office is located. Sometimes the lender thinks if someone got denied for the credit card depending upon the location, the major thing behind it, the other office or anyone is in the locality get having any fraud, any kind of fraud. So the person who is applying for the credit card must have to go through others or extra factors, extra prevalence, and somehow like this. Other factor behind it is whether you are employed by someone else or you are the self-employed person. So the person who is giving you money or credit card, always think about if you are self-employed, they must check how much money you make in the past time and how much money you're going to continue, you're going to generate in the future times. So this is how they thinks and they give you credit card. If you are employed, they check your salary income, your everything, like how much money you are getting from your employer side, and how, like at what time and duration. If you are getting some late payments, you must be on the risk for them. So yes, the employ whether you are employed by someone else and whether you are a self-employed person, this is the one of the major factor. Other than this, your credit limit, your credit score is one of the major factor. If you're the in UAE, the credit score that bank checks is between 350 to 800. The person who is having great and good credit score lies between 600 to 800. So if you are lying in this category, you can easily get a credit card. And if you are below than this category, the lender must think that you are on the risk. You are on a risk category. Then after that, the other factors are your age. Your age is also one of the most prominent factor. If you are young and if you are getting a handsome and a handsome salary, then they will think of getting a credit card to you because they think that this person earns and give you the money back on time and there will not be much late payment. If you are too old and your salary is not that handsome, not that good, so this must be a factor. You are not getting your credit card and you must getting rejection from their end. If you are on a standard age and standard handsome salary, then you must be applicable for the credit card. Now the other factor is the number of credit cards you are holding. So what lender checks, what bank checks, if you are having multiple credit cards or maybe 4 or 5 credit cards and you are not using more than one or two credit card, then they think that you are not a liable person to give a credit card, to give a credit to you. So this is how the bank checks, the lender checks to give you the credit card or not. The other factor is if you are having too little income, more or less in UAE, the salary criteria is ranging between above 5,000. If you have too less income, you are not liable to get a credit card. Your application will get rejected at the same moment when you apply the credit card, and your salary is less than 5,000. Your salary is too low because credit card companies are there to make monies, and if you are not making money, you can't give money, you can't help them to make money. So yeah, this is the one of the most prominent factor, the the salary, what income you are getting. The other factor, the credit history. If your credit history is too low, you are not liable to get a credit card. That means if you are very new in UAE and you are having your last one or two salary credited in your bank account by your employer side, it must be a reason to getting rejection. At the same moment, your application will get rejected. Then if you are having a good credit history, if you are having last 3 to 6 months more than that credited salary credited in your bank account, then yes, you are must be applicable for the credit card. Your application will be smooth. It will not get rejected because of this factor. After than this, I already covered the credit score. Then this income is already covered. If you are having age factor, so the income is the factor, but if your age with the income is also one of the factor of choosing by the banks to give a credit card or not. Other than this, if you are having too much debt, that means if you are having a credit card, multiple credit cards, and and you are having a good credit limit, you are using all of the credit limits and not paying on time, then the banks, for the banks, you are on the risk category. So it all depends upon how credit utilization you are doing in your past time. So this is how bank checks how you're going to utilize your credit limit in the coming time with your credit card. So yes, these are the factors which bank choose, and your application get denied because of these factors, or your application get approved for these factors only. Now the one of the top factor is your bad payment history. So if you are holding a credit card and you're doing late payments and no payments, then for the bank you are on the risk category. You are on the major risk category if you are not doing payments for the credit cards on time. So how credit card works? Yeah, bank gave you credit card, you do all your payments for the month, and at the end of the month you have to give money to your bank. So for the initial duration of time, bank give payment on your behalf for your all purchase and expenses, and at the end of the month, bank takes money from you. And if you are getting doing late payments, if you are not doing payments, then for the bank you are on the high risk category. And bank, for these type of people, if you are holding a credit card and you doing late payments and no payments thing, then yes, you are on the risk category. For bank, it will, your application will be get rejected depending upon your previous credit histories and credit bureaus and everything. One more thing I want to explain what is credit bureau. So there in UAE, Al Ittihad Credit Bureau checks all the credit bureaus of the person. So the moment when you apply for any credit card, Al Ittihad Bureau, AECB checks the credit history, credit bureau of the person, credit score of that person, whether you are applicable for the credit card or not. So yeah, these are the factors with which bank chooses whether you are applicable or not applicable for the credit card, and it's all depend upon how confident the bank is to lend you the money. And in most layman language, I can say, if you are applying for a credit card and the very thing that bank checks how confident they are to give you money, the